Hello everyone, welcome back to Everyday Shed. I'm Carlos. Today we are building the floor foundation for a 6 by 10 lean-to shed, also known as a single roof shed. And as we build this, I want to share with you some tips and tricks on how to get a perfectly level floor, especially if you have a sloped backyard. And also towards the end, I'll show you how to properly anchor a shed floor to the ground. The first step is laying out the rim joist and the outside floor joist. And once they're in position, they get fastened together using either screws or nails. One thing that makes building a shed easier is using a screw kit, and we have one of these available at everydayshed.com. It comes with the right screws and the right quantities for the entire build. That way you don't have to guess which screws to buy or how many to get. And once you have this outer box completed, it's the perfect time to move in position so you can place the shed exactly where you need it. And for a 6 by 10 shed, we're going to be setting footers in 6 different locations. Then I move this box to the side, and with a flat shovel, I scrape off the ground, creating a flat, level surface so I can place blocks on it. And we're gonna need a lot of blocks, especially for a sloped yard like what we have here. And the easiest way to do this, I find that it's by working one block at a time. You make sure that the block it's level, then you move on to the other block. Don't worry about stacking them just yet. We're gonna do that in a minute. So this is what one side would look like. A row of 3 blocks leveled and in line. Just a quick tip as we move along, using the right tools do makes things easier. A flat shovel, it's much easier to get the surface cleared and leveled rather than a digging shovel. And this is what the setup should look like. The blocks should sit directly under the framing. And once everything is in place, you can start stacking the blocks and leveling the floor frame. Depending on your yard, you may need quite a bit of blocks. And don't worry about getting the floor perfectly level just yet. Right now the goal is to get as close as possible. In areas where a flue block is too much, scrap lumber can be used. Just make sure that's pressure treated lumber. This is also a good time to make sure the floor frame is square. If the frame is not square, you may end up having to move the blocks again later. To check this, measure from corner to corner on both directions. Both measurements should be equal. If the numbers are the same, that means that the floor frame is square. The final leveling adjustments can be made using pieces of shingles. Slide a shingle underneath one of the blocks until you have a floor that's leveled. This is a fast and easy way to fine-tune the floor height, and also will hold up very well over time. As you can see, building a shed on a sloped yard can be very tricky. You may start off thinking you're only going to need about 2 of these blocks, about 8 inches of delta on your shed floor, and it turns out you actually need a lot more. If you do build a shed with this much difference in height, there are few things you can do to keep this a strong base. First, make sure that the first block is perfectly level, because the entire stack relies on the first block. Second, you can add construction adhesive between each block. This is going to lock everything together, keeping the stack from shifting back and forth. And the last thing I recommend is trying to keep the height at a maximum of 5 blocks. And once the floor frame is level and everything looks good, the floor joist can be installed. We install the floor joist about 16 inches apart. Each end gets secured with 3 screws, or if you're using nails, you can do 3 nails on each end as well. And if you're using our plans and our screw kits, you know you have enough screws in this bag to build your whole shed. And one of the most important things you can do to your shed is making sure that the foundation is secure to the ground. Matter of fact, some cities and counties actually require that you anchor your shed to the ground every time, whether you built a shed or you bought a pre-built shed. There are a few different ways to do this, and we tested a couple of them throughout the years, but the one we recommend is using the anchor kit that we have available at Everyday Shed. I'm gonna leave a link in the description and a QR code for you right here so you can check it out. And this anchoring kit, it's a very easy install. All you need outside of the kit is a rebar and a sledgehammer to drive the anchor kit into the ground. The kit comes with 4 anchors, one for each corner of the shed. To install them, you slide a rebar through the opening in the anchor, place the anchor in the ground, and drive it down using a sledgehammer. Drive the anchor about 30 to 36 inches into the ground. Once it's deep enough, pull the rebar back out, wrap it around the cable, and pull upward. This turns the anchor sideways underground, helping lock it in place. After that, drill a half-inch hole through the rim joist. Run the cable through the gripple connector and then through the rim joist and back through the gripple connector. Pull the cable tight, remove all slack, and if you desire, you may want to cut that slack off. Once everything is tightened down, the shed is now secure to the ground. With the floor leveled and square, the last step is to install the floor decking. Whenever possible, I like to stagger the seams of the floor decking for a stronger floor. If you need more help with this, make sure to check out our plans at everydayshed.com. You also find shed related products there, including the screw kit we're using here to build this floor. The reason we created the screw kit is because many of our viewers don't own a compressor or a pneumatic gun. This gives you a simple way to build a shed with basic tools. However, if you do own a framing nailer, you can absolutely do this using framing nails. Now, this floor came out pretty well built and strong, especially for being built on a sloped yard. And remember, if you're building or buying a pre-built shed, you may want to anchor it down. If you need more information on how to do that, I'm gonna leave a video for you right here. And if you want to join me on this journey on how to build a 6x10 lean-to shed, next we're gonna build the walls and doors, and that video is right here. I hope you learned something in this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.